بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تغبطن فاجرا بنعمة فإنك لا تدري ما هو لاق بعد موته إن له عند الله قاتلا لا يموت يعني النار رواه في شرح السنة. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, do not envy any sinful person with any favors, because you don't know what he will receive after his death. Because by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for him there is one killer of adhab, killer of destruction, and it will be such killer that he will not die. And that killer is Jahannam, it's hell, it's fire. Hadith Sharif is being narrated into the Sharh al-Sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us more than enough appreciation onto the Iman which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we focus, whenever we focus onto ourselves, we focus onto the favors and ni'mats which are pouring down onto all of us with the eyes of appreciation, with the eyes of shukr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is the day of Jumu'ah. O Allah, let us have internal and external shukr in such a manner and level that we become drowned into the ocean of shukr. All of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you will be drowned into the shukr, then you will not have mouth-watering reaction onto anybody else. Look at this hadith sharif. Nabi Sallallahu said, you saw somebody who is kafir, fajir, who is an open sinner. Fajir, an open sinner, sinning openly. And he's got apparent luxuries of the world. With open sinning, he's got open luxuries of the world. When you look at him, Nabi Sallallahu said, do not envy. Do not envy on his apparent situation. First sentence. And then Nabi Sallallahu said, you don't know. After he will die, what he is going to receive. These sins and luxuries, sometimes it is a trap. It is a trap from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I remember, I think it was the first share, first poetry I heard from our Shaykh. He said, दुश्मनों को ऐशे आबो गिल दिया, दोस्तों को दर्दे दिल दिया, उनको साहिल पर भी तुग़यानी मिली, इनको तुग़यानी में भी साहिल मिला. He said, enemies, they are being granted, given luxuries of the perishing world. Luxuries of the perishing world. But in all those apparent luxuries, he said, Unko sahil par bhi tughya nahi mili. You are saying that they are into the 7-star hotel at the beach front, and by the waterfront, you see that apparent situation is that he is enjoying. But in this share he says that at that beach front also, all the shapes outside is the shapes of enjoyment and entertainment. But internally he is disturbed. He is not happy. He is not happy. Internal happiness is nowhere to be found. And on the other side, he said, "Dosto ko darde dil diya." Jummah, again. Every Jummah we start insisting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, "Oh Allah, give me this wealth. Oh Allah, grant us all darde dil." With total obedience of Quran and Sunnah. With riwayat and dirayat of Quran and Sunnah. With mizaj of Quran and Sunnah. Darde dil, that is our speciality. That is our speciality. Darde dil ke liye पैदा किया इंसान को, वरना ताअत के लिए कुछ कम न थे करोबियां. Special angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their duty is just to glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to make tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you insan, you human, if you think that you only here only to make tasbih and taqdees and takbir and tahleel, no. By tasbih and by takbir and by tahleel, you want to achieve that heart which has pain and agony for the love of Allah, for the muhabbat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why you are being created. Otherwise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had more than enough creation to worship Him. They cannot, it is being said. I think Iqbal said this. दर्द दिल के वास्ते पैदा किया इंसान को, वरना ताअत के लिए कुछ कम न थे करोबी. I was saying that our Hazrat said that दोस्तों को दर्द दिल दिया. His friends, Allah's friends, they have that internal disturbed situation. They are disturbed for the sake of Allah, for the love of Allah. They are tossing and turning for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are restless for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is the situation? इनको तुग़यानी में भी साहिल मिला. Because your pain is for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your tossing and turning is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your restlessness, it is for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why apparent situation is how challenging, but internal tranquility every friend of Allah has. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the previous riwayat, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam suggested that when it comes to the material world, or when it comes to the apparent ni'mats, then look onto that person who is having less than you. Then you will grow in shukr. In this riwayat, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, do not envy. And again, this word fajir, it reminds us, in this country, according to our ulama, it is being said, in this country, whatever is spring of deen has come up, whatever spring of bahar of deen, spring of deen has come up in this country, they said it is because of the barakat of the first visit of our times muhaddis, Sheikh Zakaria rahmatullah alayhi. Sheikh Zakaria rahmatullah alayhi. He came, and then all this work of dawah and tabligh and madaris and institutes, they flourish after that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the door of deen for this country. So every big alim, they say, so when he was visiting, the whole country's Muslims, big amount of them, they are there. And in his presence, someone said that because of your barakat, because of your coming to this country, and you are so and so, they were praising him. So when he used to speak very less. He was not a speaker. He used to be muhaddis. He wrote books, and he used to be like commentator of hadith sharifa. So he said only one, he started crying. And he said one thing, Inna Allaha لَيُؤَيِّدُ هَذَا الدِّينِ بِالرَّجُلِ الْفَاجِرِ. He said, it is being said by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that sometime Allah aid this deen by the hands of sinful person. So, when pious people, when they are facing praising, admiration from people, then they show their humbleness. That it is, don't think that I am very pious or I am very righteous. He said, it is possible that I am one of the fajir and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking the work of deen from me. And he was crying. He was crying. So here Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that do not have envy unto the apparent sinful person because of some ni'mat and some favor he has, because you don't know what he will receive after his death, because by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for him there is one killer, and it is such a killer that he will not even die, and that is an-nar, fire of Jahannam, hellfire. Hellfire, once it is a killer, and death is being forbidden there into the hellfire. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us that we envy, we envy one of, last time we were sharing about some of the statements of Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullah alayh, and look how they look at the situation from which angle. Oh Allah, accept our day and night, accept our reflection, accept our thinking, accept our contemplation, to be drowned into Quran and Sunnah in this manner, that everybody else is looking at the situation from a different angle, and when person is gifted and granted vision of Quran and Sunnah, then he is looking at the situation from the very positive angle, from the very vast angle, from very full of hope angle. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all the wealth of Quran and Sunnah as a begging of Jummah. We are the beggars of Jummah. Oh Allah, give us wealth of every letter of Quran and every letter which came out from the mouth Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwali, ya akhir al-akhiri, ya rahim al-masaki, ya dhal quwwati al-mateen, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawr, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. لا إله إلا أنت زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فاقبضنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندامة ولا مفتونين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم هم أصلنا ووصلنا وإليهم يحن قلوبنا وطال إليهم شوقنا فاقبض إليهم أرواحنا. اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل. اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم اجعلنا علماء فقهاء. اللهم اجعلنا من الراسخين في العلم واجعلنا من التوابين واجعلنا من المتطهرين المتطهرين واجعلنا من عبادك المخلصين المخلصين واجعلنا من الذين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.